I forgot to plug it in. Hello, welcome to my stream. Jezus, je kijkt een keertje en meteen is het allemaal kritiek. Hou het nou. Ja, hij kan ook nog zachter. Ik heb er niemand anders over gehoord tot nu toe. Hey, Etienne. I'm good. I have to say, I'm still kind of riding the high of my all-time high on the Patreon. So that's cool. So I'm doing good. I'm in high spirits today. How are you doing? Cleaning up some stuff that just finished printing. You mean like 3D printing? Yeah, the Patreon is actually, funnily enough, like the moment I kind of went like, well, it seems like nobody cares. People actually started to care. But, I know why that is, in the sense that, like, I used to, I guess, like, really put on a brave face, like, communicate like I was a business. I mean, I am a business, but I was being a business first and an artist second. And that was my comfort zone, I guess, but it doesn't really work in this space. So once I allowed myself to actually be an artist instead of a business, in terms of like communication, that made a big change. Hey Nika, how's it going? Oh cool, so do you have like a resin printer or do you have a FDM printer? I'm guessing resin, but oh really? Oh, I'm kind of impressed that you're printing like such small scale stuff on an FDM printer, because we tried printing on our Prusa, and it doesn't, like, with like the minis and stuff, it doesn't do too well. Oh man. I'm sad to hear you're not at your best right now, Nika. Yeah, I guess if but still, like, environment can also be pretty small scale. Like, depending on what you're printing, if you want to print like something modular or something, or like a fire that's like minifig scale, then that's gonna be tough. So I'm almost done. Whoops. Flatting all the pages. And I've already thumbnailed like the next scene. But it won't be like ready for inking for a while. So I've been thinking of actually just doing, just trying to do a full illustration during stream, just to see what happens. And if it doesn't work out, then, you know, then that's fine. Like, I'll have a thumbnail picked out and stuff, but it will be me, like, setting up the whole scene and doing, like, the shading and stuff live on stream, which should be interesting. Oh yeah, the speed. I don't think we've looked that much at like slower print or like printing speeds for ours. I think, but Puck might contradict me on that in a second. What's this pull stuff? Are you seeing that too? Oh. Jeez! Stop messing with my stream, man. Or at least tell me what the hell you're doing. I gave you too much power too soon. It's all gone to your head. And thanks for the compliments on the ponchos. I've been calling them parkas, but I'm not sure if that's the right word. But poncho might be more apt. But yeah, I'm sure they'll be pleased to hear that their fashion sense, as even as 1,000-year-olds, is appreciated. This is like our whole relationship. It's like it's like me trying to be serious and then Puck being there like, hello, running all over the place. But it's okay, because he keeps me from becoming too serious and too drama focused. Now that I'm saying that stuff about the illustration, I'm thinking like maybe I should try and come up with something to draw with like red and blue instead of, because I've been thinking of doing something with Nergui once more. But maybe it would be fun to do something with red and blue instead. though I'm not totally sure what yet. In that case, because I already I picked out where is it? Whoops, no, not my whole to-do list on the internet. There we go. I'm not sure if I like really do comical things. Oh, okay, thank you. There, more chaos. My husband. I'm not sure if like comical stuff is like really my style in terms of like making illustrations. Where did I have it? Here it is. So I saw this ages ago. And I was thinking of like doing something having something with like Nergui, you know, here, but like on a Dutch bridge, obviously, because we're in Dutch land. And then this glow, it's coming from like the something like from lanterns on the water right now, but I was thinking of, or no, like a spotlight, I think. Well, anyway, I was thinking of having it like totally dark and then like having something glowing, like the monster of Loch Ness, but then something like that, like swimming in the Dutch canals, and then the light emitting from that and like lighting her from below. Yeah, you know me, drama. I'm all about the drama. That's why I said like I don't know if I told this when you were like in the stream once, but I did like a storyboarding class with CGMA once, and for the first week, the first assignment was making those gag comics that you see in like newspaper, or used to see in newspapers, I guess. And it was like the most hellish week of my life, to be honest. I do not do gags. I'm not good at them. I like reading them, but anything where I have to create anything like that is just hell on earth for me. So if anybody ever asks me to do that, I will say no. Drama, however, I can do. But I've also been excited about the next scene of Netherrealms because it finally introduces our antagonist, and it's also a dream scene instead of being on Earth. So I get to do some absurdism, which is kind of fun. I mean, I have dad humor as well, in the sense that like I love those puns and that kind of stuff. I just don't really, I can't really think of them myself. So if I have to like, if somebody asks me like, hey, tell me a joke, then it's always like, nope. It does. But even like my sister-in-law, she had said to me multiple times, like I try to tell a funny story, and then she tries to be kind, and she says she's like silent for a second, and she goes like, I guess you had to be there. So, you know, I can be funny. Like it's not I'm never funny, but I would definitely not say it's a forte of mine, and I'm very aware of it, and I'm very okay with it. So, Yithian, what kind of printer do you have? Or did you just tell me and did I miss it in chat? Well, at least you're good at puns, Nika. Oh, I asked what kind of printer do you have? To 3D print your stuff. Hey, Prusa! We've got one too. I used to want like an Ender, but then Puck was like, nope, we need to get a Prusa because that stuff prints so much better out of the box. You're making me want to try printing a mini just to see if it will work with like a slower speed or something. Upgrade as in what way? Like a different nozzle? No, because you have a different nozzle. Sorry, Nika, we're nerding out over prints for a second. Man, clogging. We had friends who like were going to help us print something, and I was like, "Oh yeah, it'll be fine." And then they left it overnight, and the whole print nozzle clogged. So I'm not even sure if they fixed it yet, but it wasn't going to be an easy fix, I think. I mean, sometimes you're just hoping for an upgrade, right? in terms of like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Already? Jeez. Okay. Let me finish this. Alright. Okay, I'm taking my break. I'm running the ads. And I'll be back in a couple minutes. Let me check out those figs. Oh, nice. Whoa, that behemoth. That seems really tricky to like paint and do all the what's it called? All the processing on. Hey Isabel, how's it going? We're just admiring Yithian's miniature painting and printing work for a second. Oh, airbrushing. Cool. You just need a weekend. Well, I just had my weekend. Oh no, don't worry about it, Yithian. What did you do? Work? Ugh. Why is it going through all the recommended stuff? Jeez. Hey, Sleepytron, welcome back. You know, every time I start to stream, I go like, nobody's here. What if nobody shows up? What if I, what if I'm sitting here talking to myself for 3 hours and then somebody always shows up? Yeah, I also really like the shininess of the armor on the dwarf, was it? That stood out to me on that one. That's true. Man, don't feel obliged though. Like I don't want to make anybody feel like they have to be there because I'm like counting on you or anything. Don't want anybody to resent me for being here. Okay, now we're going back to no, not Chicken Run. Jeez. This one. Good. I'm glad to hear that. It's kind of funny how like intertwined the Twitch network is network is in that regard, in the sense that like you're saying you always find someone you know in chat. It's kind of funny. It's like going to a party and then always finding someone you know at the party. Pretty fun. Like catching rare Pokemon. Well, I guess I'm glad you consider us all your Pokemon. Yep, Battlefield. I've been listening to this. I already listened to this when I was like still working at the lotteries. I remember this from my days when I had to like finish a storyboard really quickly. And I would put this on to like get in that mood of like, have to finish this quickly. Oh no, I don't even pay attention to like viewer count. It's more like I think I would also be weirded out if like nobody said hi in chat. Just because I would feel very watched, but I have no idea. I have no idea who's watching, you know? Forgot some lines here. It's kind of like, you know, if nobody wants to talk to me, then what am I here for, you know? So I'm usually kind of waiting for someone in chat to kind of like say hi so I can, you know, ask how their day is going, if they like raisins or not. Then start a whole discussion about that, apparently. Man, the raisin thing like really had a relatively large audience on Twitter too. Like a lot of people willing to give their opinion on raisins. Man, that really made my day though. Like that was so much fun. Great background focus noise. Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, like I'm not gonna be focus noise if nobody says anything, because I'm not gonna. Wow, that was a very quick poll. Anyway, I'm not going to be talking, like, explaining what I'm doing or whatever, just out of the blue to anybody. So, I guess I'm kind of, like, hoping for people to, like, say hi or ask a question or whatever. And if they don't, then I'm not going to be talking. So then they're going to be, I guess, it's going to be background noise from just the audio, from the music that I'm listening to. That's what I wanted to say. I think this this poll was kind of loaded. Not really democratic and stuff. It's like this stream is going to get flagged and like looked at by, I don't know, the FBI or Interpol or whatever. It's like, why were you saying got down with the government? Oh yeah, we were talking about raisins and their conspiracy. We've uncovered the goal of the Illuminati. It's talking about raisins. And then everybody going like, oh, he likes raisins. How dare he? Do not vote for this guy. He likes raisins. Why does this happen? Gosh. Weird. Yeah. So somebody, like, we were talking about it in the Discord, and somebody asked like, which raisins do you mean? And then Mo said like the dried grapes, and I was like, ugh, that doesn't really make it sound that appealing. I agree. Oh no, I meant more like I think in French it's like man, what's raisins again in French? I mean grapes. Vin, nay. Grapes in French. Oh yeah, so grapes in French is raisins. So raisins, like the way we know them, is I'm guessing it's pronounced as raisin sec or something, like dried grapes, basically. Oh, hey, people. Hey, Chris. How's it going, everyone? Hey, we were just talking about this big discussion that we had last week about whether we like raisins or not. And it was a whole to-do, apparently. It was a whole to-do. Hey, goedemiddag. Okay, Chris, what's your opinion? Here it comes. Oh yeah, Chris is on my side. There we go, people. All right, so for the people who don't know me, we talk about food apparently on this on this stream, but I'm also the creator of Netherrealms. While you guys chat about raisins in the chat, I'll just show my work. So I work on a graphic novel called Netherrealms, and I do that live on the stream here. I do like the flatting and the inking. And it's a story about a girl who lives in a time where there's a pandemic going on, except this pandemic puts everybody in a coma where they fall in a permanent REM sleep. And people who do fall in that REM sleep go to the Netherrealms. And the story is basically about her falling a victim to that as well, except due to some things she ends up with more control than others, and basically needs to learn to cope without her dad. And well, these are some illustrations that I made already before I started the graphic novel. And basically Netherrealms are dreams, death, and time. And this is Mother Time. Death is somewhere. Oh, this is death. And then there's Dream as well, but she's deceased. Where is she? She is over here. That's Mrs. Dream. And yeah, so basically it's a story about Nergui learning to cope with whatever she needs to deal with. And I'm working on the prologue right now. So yeah, this is us just hanging out while we talk about raisins. So, Chris, if you're still there, thanks for the raid. Oh yeah, I do have two different ones because at some point, it felt like there was just too much going on with Netherrealms to just leave it on my portfolio site. I also recently did the same with like Twitter and stuff, where I just and my newsletter, just like dividing up the Netherrealms and like my commissions, because it's just it attracts a different audience, like and people with different interests. So But yeah, I hope you like it. And if you get like confused by this or have any feedback on it, just like let me know, because I'm kind of curious. I haven't really got a lot of feedback on the website, so I'm not really sure how it navigates. Like, I've done my best, obviously, but hey, Captain. Another familiar face. How's it going? Oh yeah, and let me just... Netherrealmsart.com. There we go. That's easier than trying to pay attention really quickly to what I'm showing, obviously. Man, this is really funny though, because last time I think we were outnumbered by raisin haters, dislikers, not really likers. And it really seems like there are more people in favor of raisins now. Yeah, I know. I was really surprised too. I was also surprised, like, how how like what's the intonation? Vehement people were about like either their hatred or their love for raisins. Yeah, it was something with like I think it was something like Moose saying I don't want to, like, you expect chocolate in like in like a cookie, and then it turns out to be raisins, which kind of sucks. Puck, do not ban Nika. Don't you dare. It did start with Olibola, which is like, I mean, everybody needs to love Olibola. Yes, oil balls. They sound so nice in English, don't they? Hold on, let me just show a picture of Olibola. Because last time someone tried to look up Olibola, it looked like organ meat, which is stupid. But these are Olibola. They're like dough, and you put they're like fritters, I guess. Am I describing that right? Dutch people kind of like fritters. Yeah, they're really good. See, that's how you make them. And then with powdered sugar. Yeah, I would say it's like a little denser than donut dough. But maybe that's like the easiest comparison to make. Whoops. No, he's not red. Yeah, I'm not sure why it came up like last time anymore. I'm not sure what we said. Probably like, I was like summing up foods that every foreigner should try or something. When they visit the Netherlands, obviously. But then, of course, oliebollen aren't like available all year round, I think. Yeah. Honestly, I would not be surprised if people like put raisins in their actual donuts. But I'm guessing he's a chocolate guy anyway. Yeah, I think that would be a pretty good comparison. So what did Chris stream about today? I took a little peek actually. I was, cause I was thinking about it today. Yeah, Chris rated me a couple times, and I wonder what his schedule's like. And then, I was looking at like the icons, and I didn't see Chris in the list, so I was like, oh, apparently I don't follow him yet. So I said that right. But I didn't have the audio on, so I didn't hear anything. I just saw some kind of night, I think. Didn't join to look at the stream in? Wait, I'm confused by that sentence. Jesus, you're so hard on Sleepytron. You guys. Now I'm thinking, like, what was on screen that could instigate some talk of prolapse? But then on the other hand, I'm like, what's on the screen here that could, instigate any talk of raisins. So good. No, you did bring that up? No, I don't think so. Maybe. Oh, wait. No, it can't. No, because I had someone in stream before, where people were like, "Oh, this is really, they're really good artists." But I think that was Nika that's told me about someone like, "Oh, they're actually really good, but they never show it." So, Pixel Slayer, you're up. Show me your work. Okay, if you don't want it, then don't. But I am inviting you to. Let me put it like that. You guys, I don't know you very. I don't know you well enough to like get all the sarcasm and stuff. So you got to be straight with me for at least a couple streams before I can sense the sarcasm. Yes, that's very helpful. So how do you know, Chris, if he never wants to show his work? How do you know, Leo? Where does everybody know but us? Sleepy finally coming with the explanations that I need to be able to follow this conversation. You guys really feel like a community. Coming in with like all these inside jokes. No, that wasn't a criticism. That was just me kind of like paying a compliment, I guess. more being like, it was more me being like, I can tell that you've known each other for a longer time. I know, it was going so well, Sigby. Oh, nice, yeah. And like, internet terms, that's a long time. I had a moment like that this weekend where someone said to me, like, well, I've been a 3D artist for 8 years. And I was like, oh, damn. I've been a 3D artist for 15 years, technically. So, holy moly. I feel old. Aw, man, I love dogs. Rowdies are very cute. "2015 would mean 8 years, guys, not 5. We're all stuck in 2020. You can go outside right now again, right? I mean, most of us can. You're allowed. It's even healthy, some say. Look what you're doing to me. You're making me all sarcastic too. There are dogs outside too. I have had many a stroll in the park where I got to say hi to dogs. That's definitely a pro. I don't know about that, man. No, I don't. I kind of like cats, but I'm a dog person myself. Cats, I like petting them and stuff, but they also freak me out a little because I feel like I never know what they're gonna do. Oh, I guess I've angered Pixel Slayer. I'm never going to see his art. Yeah. Now it's going to be like a dog versus cats thing. I mean, that's more like living on the edge than I want to do, honestly. I like to know if I come home whether they're going to be happy to see me or ignore me because I've done something wrong and I don't know what. All animals best. I think I would definitely agree with that sentence. Oh, really? So that's why you stuck around, Sleepy. Because you saw me drawing cats and owls. Cats and dogs. Dogs and owls. Jeez. Way to impress the ladies. Hey, thanks for the raid, Chris. See you around. Have you guys ever watched Avatar, like Legend of Korra? I just finished watching that last week, and Pixel Slayer is kind of giving me Milo vibes right now. Yeah, it definitely sounds like he's your type of character. Oh, see, there you go. But Milo's not bald. I guess he is when he's younger. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely felt like I was finally catching up with like I started off with watching The Last Airbender a couple weeks ago, and then I went straight through with Korra after that, and it definitely felt like, oh my gosh, I finally get the hype. Because I had no idea what people were talking about before that. And Toph definitely seemed like a very different person to me from like fan art compared to what she was in the series. I thought from like all the fan art that she was like super serious and kind of like low key, and then it turns out that she's way more chaotic than I thought. Is Nergui derived from Nurgle? What's a Nurgle? Well, it should be well taken care of on the other side. You mean in the Netherrealms? Yeah, so the way the Netherrealms work, at least if I'm interpreting your question right, oh, really? Hold on, let me look up a page. No, Nergui is actually based on, when I wrote this, I was watching Marco Polo, the Netflix series, I think. And Nergui is a Mongolian name, and Nergui has like a Mongolian heritage. So when I, heard that name, I thought it was pretty cool. So that's what it's derived from. And Nurgle. Let's see. Oh, great. I'm getting all these banned images. Huh, cool. No, I'll have to read up on him, them, person. Anyway, and in terms of like the other side in Netherrealms, so these two are basically like angels of death. And they're actually taking these two people to the other side of right now, to the other side of life. What happens is that people go to a pool. They become stars, and usually if souls aren't too old, they get reincarnated right away. And if they do get too old, then the souls are kind of like broken apart and then reformed into a new soul, which gets reincarnated back to Earth. So that's the basics of it. And why I said pool is because the reforming actually is like the souls returning to the fountain, basically. And being reformed into new souls there. So in terms of like being well taken care of, yes. Oh, unless you're afraid to die, because then you run the risk of like becoming an undying. Which is basically, I can show you actually, because I did a comic course last year already. And no, don't be scared, because if you're if you're in Netherrealms, then you get to do it all again. So hold on, where is my... Oh, hey Richard. Yeah, it's an interesting topic, isn't it? Reincarnation and death and stuff. Here it is. There we go. So this is like a test scene that I did during the comic course. And this is Nergui actually finding herself in the Netherrealms for the first time. Being very weirded out by all kinds of stuff. And then remembering that her mom told her something about this landmark and that she can find help there. So she goes there, but then she finds, or an undying finds her. So this is an undying. That's basically a soul too scared to die that doesn't die because it doesn't want to, and instead becomes like a roaming skeleton in limbo forever. So yeah, that's the scene. I'll probably redo this once I get here, because this is like a scene in Act 2, and I'm like at the prologue, so it won't change. Oh man, I think if you look like that, you need to go see someone. So my computer is telling me to take a break. So I'm going to take a break for a couple minutes. Yes, I know. And I'll run an ad to like get rid of pre-rolls, and then I'll be right back. Pardon me while I catch my breath. I'm walking down the stairs. I'm not sure if the skeleton rolls a lot. It definitely roams, but I think a hallmark of any of the undying skeletons is that they're generally very angry creatures. And being angry in perpetuity is not really something I would wish on anyone, to be honest. Or like being angry until you get destroyed. So I take it you guys are mostly from the States as well? I'm talking to like the Raiders. Oh really? Yeah, I know. I knew you were Dutch pro. More of an EU crowd than I thought. Well, actually, Yithian has been a very loyal viewer from the States. I've actually had a couple. I think actually even I remember looking at my stats and people from the States still being like one of the biggest part of the viewers. So I'm guessing there's people awake at, I think, yeah, exactly. Hey Rick, how's it going? I think we established last time that like streaming around 2-ish means that people in New York are like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, 6 hours ahead. So then it would be 8 o'clock in the morning for people in New York when I start my stream, or 8:30, which is like not ungodly, I guess. Oh right. Oh yeah, of course. Daylight savings makes a difference. I know. Time zones piss me off, man. It's really it makes it kind of a hassle to like figure out when you want to post stuff on social media too. Like if you want to promote stuff and reach everybody, then you're basically down to posting multiple times a day because you're bound to miss people. Fine, I'm gonna say I just wish there were no time zones. Just get rid of the sun. Done. Would the moon not have time zones? Huh. I did not know that. Man, I learned something new today. Yeah, but circling the Earth doesn't... Yeah, exactly. You guys look it up. I'm busy doing other stuff right now. But wait, wouldn't that mean that... Then it would mean that it's always facing the Earth, so it would still have different times of sunlight in terms of sun, right? There would still be time zones, basically. So doesn't the dark side of the moon refer to just like communication darkness? Because if we're always facing the sun, then there wouldn't be no side that we would never be able to communicate with. Yeah. So it does refer to communication and not to actual sunlight. So that's two quotes contradicting each other? I'm confused. Oh god, imagine that, having to stay awake for a month. Half a month. Well, anyway, I find 36 hours to be a stretch, so. Never mind half a month. I did my time during IGAD, okay? During college. I am done with the all-nighters. I'm even done with like sleeping less than 7 hours or 8 hours a night, to be honest. You see how the moon experiences 2 weeks of sunlight while the opposite side experiences 2 weeks of night. Huh. I guess I would have to like see an animation or something to like actually get how that works, because it's kind of confusing me in terms of like what that means spatially right now. I guess the part that's like confusing me right now is because for it to have, why would it have 2 weeks of night and 2 weeks of sunlight if it turns around our Earth every day, but it's always facing the Earth, right? That makes me think like it should have a day cycle just like we do. Airbender or Korra? Or both? Honestly, I think one of the strongest features, I mean, like, Airbender, I did really think, like, it's obviously a kid's show where it's, like, the moral of the story is really laid on thick sometimes. But, you know, it's an audience for, like, I don't know, 10 years or something, so I get it. But I do feel like they have some really nice in-depth themes. And I think that where I was going with this, I feel like a really strong thing about the whole series is that every character has their redeeming qualities, or like every main character, I guess. So I'm not sure if I would be able to pick a favorite character. I think it would be Zuko or Korra. Am I forgetting someone? Yeah, I think those two would be like competing for number one with me. Just because I don't know, they probably like vibed with my personality the most. I thought Toph was kind of, she would be a lot to handle for me, let me put it like that. I'm not sure if I would be able to be good friends with her. Aang, okay, though I thought he was a little childish and naive in the beginning of the series, but I guess that's, you know, that's a given with how the series started and what its target audience was. I'm reading the comics now though, because like the series ended and I was like, no, there has to be more. And then I found out that they have the comics, so yay. Yeah, Iroh, yeah. I mean, Iroh's cool. Like, I guess he's just the likable guy. Though, honestly, I can definitely I guess that's why I liked Zuko as well, because his frustration with like older people telling you to be like patient. That really vibe with me being like, no, I want it now. Why are you telling me to be patient? That's so annoying. But yeah, it's a shame that the series didn't get renewed for Korra then, I mean, for like another season, because I do really feel like Airbender really felt like, oh, okay, it's done. You know, they accomplished their goal with this story. There is a lot more to be told, but in terms of like telling the story arc, it's done. And with Korra, it didn't really. Obviously, because they're continuing with the comics, but it's not quite the same in comic format. Because I did think all the Airbender animation, like all the bending animation, I want to say, was super duper impressive. It was so elegant. Oh yeah, I never watched the live action movie. I think I should be happy that I didn't. I think the critics were, yeah. Especially like after the animated series, it's kind of like, why? Just, it was so strong as an animated series. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I never really got into the Harry Potter movies as well. Like, I like them, and we went to see them at, was it Christmas every year? But they were never as good as the books, just because there's like so much good stuff being left out from the books. In that sense, like, I used to not like series, or I used to think movies were better than series, but for me nowadays it's kind of the other way around, just because I like the depth that a series can go into compared to any movie, though. Avatar, like the what's he called, like the Blue People Avatar, I still really like those movies, and I think they're pretty in depth. Yeah, maybe that also like makes the difference, that series can actually compete quality wise, instead of being like the ondergeschoven kindje, like the being forgotten about, I guess. Here's the animation. All right, that's a big question answered for today. But this is like the Earth not moving, right? I mean, this would be a 24-hour cycle happening still. Oh, that's the sun. Right. Okay, I think I get it now. You know what else has grown on me? Like stories in games. I recently finished Red Dead Redemption. And I think when I was still playing Doom in some kind of like little room in friends of my parents' house, I never thought I would get so invested in games. That's a shame, Puck. Jeez. Couldn't you have just gone the extra mile? What kind of an emoticon is that? Oh, it's... Jeez. It's too small for me to make out. I have forgotten the golden trim on all of these for these couple pages. Bye, Yithian. Thanks for coming by and have a good rest of your day. Yeah, I'm gonna paint all of those. Last page. Last page of flatting. Man, this was definitely a stretch. The next scene is I think 4 or 5 pages long, so that's going to be a nice change. Yeah, good. So that means that I'll be able to finish the flatting right on schedule. I think. And then I'll move on to making the illustration next week. I think so. I'm gonna try. Like I'm just gonna try out because so the flats. I do have like the next scene thumbnailed or like storyboarded, but I still need to like sketch the base to ink over, and I need to like shade the rest of these pages. And the ironic thing is that with the comic, like I work way more structured than I do with an illustration, just to like be able to keep the consistency across panels and stuff and across the whole scene. So I need to keep more focus, I think, when I'm doing a comic panel compared to when I'm doing an illustration. I might be underestimating that, and so I might be like not making any headway while I do the actual illustration, or I might be not responding to chat because I'm focusing on the illustration. So we'll have to see. But you know, once I have these sketches for the next scene done, I'll switch to those again, probably. Though if I'm like almost done with the illustration, then I'll probably like finish that on stream just to have like the whole process. Yeah, it's definitely really different. Like it was a very big switch for me to make the comic. I was like, how am I ever gonna do this? I am not good at this. I cannot. Turned out okay, but it definitely took me some adjustments in my workflow and like finding some ways to incorporate my painting style into the background and stuff, to be able to actually make it work. And painting, maybe it's also just because I've been doing it longer that I feel like more comfortable doing it while I actually paint. Not sure. I mean, even with just filling in these corners, sometimes I fall silent, but I guess, I mean, people have already told me that they don't mind, so I'm guessing they won't mind for painting either, so. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe, you know, I thought it might be interesting anyway to just see like an illustration come together from A to Z. And I had a big itch to make another illustration after working on the comic for, I don't know, a year, almost a year. And I've illustrated for like clients, but not done an illustration for myself, for Netherrealms, I guess, for a while. And I do have like I have like a whole list of screenshots and stuff, like things that inspired me, and then I thought like, oh, that could be good for Netherrealms. So that list is kind of like sitting there, and I need more time to make those too. that's really like every time I put down a project for too long, I kind of like lose momentum on it, and then I have to start up again. But once I do, I'm like, oh, all this cool stuff, all these ideas I have, I want to make headway with it. So it really seems like just doing it kind of like brings out the momentum, and you just want to continue, which is why a lot of people say like, oh yeah, I don't, like, I want to do this, but I don't because I'm scared, or I don't know where to start or whatever. And the more I do stuff, the more I'm like, just start, just do the thing, because it can turn out, or it's going to turn out differently than what you've planned in the first place anyway. So you might as well start, and do the thing, because less people are watching than you think anyway. Like, it's funny, there people are like, I'm scared to like make my first, I don't know, post on social or something. It's like, okay, because anyone but your friends are gonna notice. They aren't. There are way less eyes on you than you think, which is in a way annoying if you want a big reach. But on the other hand, it can be kind of reassuring, because you're free to make mistakes without like being canceled over them. So, like that group that you have with Christopher, is it like, how did you guys get together? Did you say that at the start? How did you find each other? Again, you never really know if someone's just typing or if you're just talking to yourself. Oh, thanks for getting back to me. Yeah, I asked, like, basically how you guys met. I'm not sure. I don't remember if you guys said so. Like, I know you guys kind of like started an art group together, but I was kind of curious how you found each other, I guess. Oh, really? So you didn't know him as an artist before? Oh, that's interesting. It's really cool how those things can go. Guess who this is? And bam, there was Chris. Wow, that's really cool. So are you doing art professionally now? Because I'm guessing that was about 8 years ago then. Yeah, I mean, I can tell like from the way you guys communicate that you're being sarcastic, but okay, don't worry, I won't tell a soul. But I could tell like from the way you guys interacted that you seem like you had like this sibling vibe going on, like shitting on each other, but actually caring about each other a lot. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? You never. I have like a sister and a brother that are like 8 and 10 years younger, so I'm seeing a lot of like my insecurities from my younger self coming back to them, in the sense that like especially my sister is kind of like trying to plan out her whole life, or she's changing that now, but it's kind of like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's like, you can plan for something, but chances are it's not gonna be what you actually end up doing. Is not gonna be what you planned in the first place. So you can like set yourself up for success, obviously, but you can't really plan out your life from A to Z. But it's really cool that he made you do art. Like, I think that's one of the biggest compliments someone can get. Like, oh, I started doing art because of you. Yeah, I'm almost done anyway, so I'll skip this one. Oh, really? And how did you get started in the art community in the first place? I meant, like, did you start on Twitter or DeviantArt or Instagram, and then people were, like, advertising the fact that they were streaming on Twitch? Oh, people, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Of course people do live sculpting. Oh. I never knew, like, this kind of, I was just thinking about it. I would only go to YouTube, and I would never think of even going to Twitch for that kind of stuff. I'm kind of confused if Twitch actually started as like a gaming streaming platform or if it started as a art streaming platform, because I think I read something lately that made me go like, oh, was it an art streaming platform before? Oh, it was gaming. Okay. Then I don't know where that person got it from. Whoops. Why is it doing that? Isn't that the same with a lot of things where you go like, I'm not sure how this started actually. It was something random. A lot of the artists I find on like Twitter and stuff are also like a matter of me seeing that someone retweeted something and then going like, oh, that's nice art, and then going to their profile. And I guess that's why it's so important to share other people's work. Yeah, streaming definitely takes a toll on your computer. Yeah, did you like it? I would say scared of streaming at first. Or not at first, like until maybe when did I start streaming? 2 months ago? 3 months ago? But it's been a very welcoming community. Right, because it like keeps you accountable to like actually be drawing on a schedule. I get that. it's so funny because we had a discussion with someone else earlier where they were saying streaming makes them like way more productive because they don't get distracted by like social media or whatever while drawing, because they know someone's watching, so they can't just like sit on Twitter for half an hour. For me, I'm not sure. On the one hand, it does keep me off social media. On the other hand, you know, talking to people, while fun, does take some concentration away from like the actual work. So yeah, exactly. Though I do like to like to watch Critical Role while I'm like working on art, just because it's nice enough that you don't like need to watch the screen to actually know what's happening. You know, or podcast or whatever. It does keep my mind occupied enough that I don't want to get distracted in that way. But yeah, my flatting is done, and it's 5-ish. So I think I'm gonna call it a day. Don't you have like a don't you want to watch the documentaries though? Like I actually watch the screen. Because I tried watching series while working for a while, but it didn't work for me just because I got too distracted by actually watching the screen. Okay. Well, you know, whatever keeps you working. So I guess I hope you can get back to streaming soon then. But yeah, anyway, people, thanks for watching. It was fun again. And well, I'll be back next Tuesday. Yeah, thanks for lurking. And thanks for hanging. Yeah, exactly. All right. See you around.